Got a lot of little news clips picked out for Trump diarrhea.
Severe diarrhea. Yeah, it could also
nicknamed the diarrhea parasite. While the
I want someone to say explosive. That's the whole point. That's what's fun about it. It's explosive.
Exploding.
There it is.
Watery explosive diarrhea,
yes.
Along with
explosive diarrhea.
Explosive.
And that's not wrong.
Last July, cuts were made to the Foodborne Diseases Active Surveillance Network, or FoodNet. The federal program now only tracks 2 pathogens instead of 8. One of the pathogens no longer tracks Cyclospora, the parasite causing cyclosporiasis.
Officials say it's possible the increase is due to better awareness and tracking of the illness.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Yes, that's the officials. This was caused because we're better at our jobs than before. That's what's happening. That's such a fucking joke. Spreading all over. It's a parasite that it seems to like leafy vegetables or other veggies. We're not quite sure. This is causing severe economic problems because people don't want to eat stuff that gives them a terrible case of explosive diarrhea that lasts for months, if not longer. It's an incredibly uncomfortable and annoying thing to deal with. Watery farting, basically. Horrible. And, these sort of things exist in the world, and human beings have a technology called cooperation that can help mitigate. Like, you can study it, track it, keep track of information, be responsible to a society. But that's not the world we live in. So they cut funding for the tracking of this because it's not new. It's this cyclosporiasis thing has been known for some time. But I think it was the Doge cuts or it was RFK related. I don't quite know precisely. We're going to learn a little bit more about it coming up. But, of course, now, as is the case, the bare minimum of government is not being met. And that means that we all get to risk getting diarrhea from having a salad. Aren't you excited to live in the greatest country of all? The first Nazi trillionaire. No, the first trillionaire Nazi. Actually, the first human trillionaire is a Nazi, which tells you an awful lot about the economic system we have. So yeah, actually, let's switch the background here real quick. That's not the one. Let's do particles. Since we're talking fart, poopy particles, we want poopy, watery, floating. Okay. So, of course, it's being covered, makes the news, sells a lot of oil-spilled soap for cleaning off ducts. Advertisers love it, even if it's terrible diarrhea. At least you can sell products across, against the media outlets. So I did sort of line these up by days in terms of time. So this goes back 7 days. Eyewitness News, ABC 7.
Tonight, a warning about a surge in cases of a stomach parasite linked to produce.
The CDC is monitoring cases in at least 18 states, and that includes hundreds of cases in the tri-state.
Eyewitness News anchor Sandra Bookman shows you ways to reduce your risk of getting sick.
Ooh.
It's not a new threat. In fact, experts say a parasite called Cyclospora tends to contaminate raw fruits and veggies every summer, causing people across several states to have long-lasting bouts of illness.
They invade the intestine, causing diarrhea, which can be watery, cause abdominal cramps.
Chunky, dry, moldy, fibrous. Sorry. What's this one here? Next up, Fox 49 Tallahassee.
It's not a new threat. In fact, experts say a parasite called Cyclospora tends to contaminate raw fruits and veggies every summer. And right now, it's causing people across several states to have long-lasting bouts of illness.
What the fuck? Is this the same? Jesus, and it's in the wrong ear. It's like it's on stereo track, but they didn't fill the... Okay, all right, well, let's keep going here. That's 5 days into the... Another video that aired 5 days ago, Health Watch, Fox 9.
Wash your hands and
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Wash your produce. That is the warning from doctors as a foodborne illness spreads across the country. Cases now found in dozens of states. And in Atlanta, Fox's Jonathan Siri has the latest.
A foodborne parasitic infection rapidly spreading across the Midwest and eastern U.S. is catching the attention of federal health officials.
This is a huge outbreak in Michigan, across Illinois, Ohio, and into upstate New York. That's where the belt...
A cloud of Duke floats away behind him.
...of this is.
The CDC has confirmed infections in 31 states, while the
Okay, great. Let's keep going. That's 5 days. 4 days. ABC 7 News Bay Area.
Cases of a parasitic intestinal illness continues to rise across the U.S. Here's a map from the CDC showing you cyclosporiasis in at least.
And you see, you can't trust the CDC. It's completely not something we should have any faith in. As he's delivering, its mission is to not deliver what we generally assume we should be getting from a government that has the kind of resources our government should have and does have. They don't have it. They have the resources to go to rounding up brown people, murdering them in the streets, and just, trying to impose this white ethno-state fucking nightmare society that these loser freaks that control our government want, and assisted with the help of the completely feckless loser Democrats. So anyway, here's the map from the CDC.
31 states now. According to this, there are 1 to 10 cases in California, but even the CDC says case counts are likely much higher than what's actually reflected here. Mm-hmm. And as Perry Russum reports, the source of the outbreak is unknown.
The race is on to find the source of a cyclosporiasis outbreak. In Michigan alone, health officials say there have been more than 1,500 cases.
Oh.
That's up from 300 cases.
Skin cells from Donald Trump. Ooh.
Just about a week ago. Officials say it's possible the increase is due to better awareness and tracking of the illness.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Yes, that's the officials. This was caused because we're better at our jobs than before. That's what's happening. Officials say it's because it's better tracking. That's such a fucking joke. What a that's just insane. I mean, such a thing is plausible in a system, but in the case of this society where they've trimmed down all the staff and they're trying to look into curing autism, and some headline, I didn't really get deep into it, but RFK Jr. wanted to spend $5 billion trying to find the source for something. It's just fucking bonkers, man. Give autism people the money, okay? Could use a new PlayStation. No, I don't want to buy. I would buy rent. I would buy debt. I would pay debt. Okay, more. CNN, the big dogs, 218K views 1 day ago.
Health officials saying the outbreak caused by the parasitic Cyclospora has now sickened more than 3,000 people in Michigan and Ohio.
Oh, shit.
Michigan's chief medical executive, whom I'll be speaking with in just a moment, says that early information suggests that lettuce or salad greens may be the source. CNN's Jacqueline Howard reports.
All right. Is that guy Jacqueline Howard? Like, what the?
Health officials in Michigan say that they are zeroing in on lettuce or salad greens as a potential source of the outbreak of cyclospora cases that they're seeing in their state. Now,
okay, thank you. I will definitely not eat salad. This one is Pix 11 News. I don't know what news company, but let's see what this guy's got.
And hello to you, Shirley. And listen, folks.
Shirley.
Especially some of you sensitive viewers, let's point out we are talking about some pretty sensitive stuff here that revolves around cyclosporiasis. Yes, it is a mouthful to say. And speaking of mouthful, you do acquire it by consuming what are normally healthy foods. And that has a variety.
Unfortunately, the cure for it is diarrhea. So, fight fire with fire, they say.
Of people frustrated and concerned.
It seems to be breaking out in a lot of places.
What if she farted, but it threw her out of the frame like a sudden spring, like a rocket jump?
Right.
Diane Lorber.
And then she would land and have severe injuries.
Along with every person we encountered, is talking about cyclosporiasis.
Great society.
The disease caused by
let's go down to the farmer's market so we could talk about diarrhea. What do you know? What do you know, Cheryl? What are you getting the diarrhea? Not more than usual. Oh, I guess we'll have to wash this. Maybe if we give our preacher more money, we'll avoid the diarrhea. Ooh, the Democrats gave us diarrhea. It's the Wuhan diarrhea. This fucking society.
Parasite Cyclospora that can make people very sick.
I'm annoyed at Cyclospora.
Sorry, okay.
Cyclospora is contaminating the most healthful, delicious, seasonal foods they are.
Dr. Bruce Hirsch, an infectious disease expert at Northwell Health, talks about how the parasite is typically found on fresh fruits and vegetables that have come into contact with human feces. He points out that your chance of getting sick from the parasite is low.
Most people who have Cyclospora might not even know it. The people who get the worst cases are the very young, the very old, and people whose immune systems are weakened.
But
Hell yeah. Glad that doesn't affect me. I'm not affected. I am, actually. I wouldn't say I'm very young or very old, but I definitely don't have a great immune system. Okay. CBS LA, 1,936 views.
An intestinal illness outbreak is expanding to more states, with nearly 7,000 people in 34 states reporting symptoms and dozens in the hospital.
Well, here in California, while there are cases, state health officials say there are no known local outbreaks. CBS
Good to
LA's
know.
June Signaris live
This
in
is 20 hours ago, by the way.
Valley Village with why health officials say Californians don't have much to.
What if that guy was reporting from my room and he's over there and he's just like, a man is making fart noises into his camera. We have found the source of the diarrhea.
Worry about, Gio.
That's right, Juan, Susie, good evening to you both. It's called cyclosporiasis. Bit of a tongue twister, that one, but as you mentioned, there are cases...
Bit of a bung twister, if you know what I'm saying.
This is nationwide, and cases here in California as well, but health officials and others very much warning a lot of people right now here in this state, no need to throw away your produce and no need to freak out.
Okay.
Cyclosporiasis is an intestinal illness that's caused by cyclospora, which is a parasite. It's a teeny little parasite.
Cyclosporiasis spreads through contaminated food or water, not
So before you flush your poops, wash it, okay? Make sure that your parasites are killed off before you send it down. All right, so 18 hours ago, ABC 10 News.
By now, you've probably heard of Cyclospora, or it's nicknamed the diarrhea
The Trump diarrhea.
parasite. While
Wait,
this
did she say its nickname is the diarrhea parasite? Come on, we can do better than that. Squeezy.
nicknamed the diarrhea parasite, while the symptoms
I want someone to say explosive. That's the whole point. That's what's fun about it. It's explosive. It's not even thrusting. We use the word explosion. It doesn't come out in a stream like that thing that, you know, on your garden hose. It does the out spray, the full wide one. Or maybe it does do a stream. You know, we're all built a little bit differently.
symptoms sound scary. One health expert says there's no reason to panic. After speaking with the UCSD Health Program Director of Infectious Prevention, ABC 10 News anchor Max Goldwasser explains how people are getting sick and what you can do to spare yourself.
Sweet.
The diarrhea parasite.
Nice guy.
Yeah. With a nickname like that, there's no surprise this foodborne outbreak is exploding all over the internet.
It's exploding. It is. Good job there, guy. ABC 10 News.
While tracking it can be pretty complicated, preventing it is fairly simple.
This isn't normally the kind of story that comes with a viewer discretion warning, but I'm going to give you one anyway. Here's Dr. Francesca Toriani describing the symptoms.
Really watery, explosive diarrhea. There can also be some nausea, some vomiting, and then some low-grade fever.
The big porcelain problem is caused by a tiny parasite called Cyclospora. Now, the good news, it's not contagious.
People become infected.
Well, I mean, you know, depends on what you're into. It might be contagious. You know what I mean? There. Sorry. All right. Sorry. All right. Okay.
By ingesting either contaminated.
I mean, accidentally, that stuff can get in there. You know, or you can go there on purpose. But yeah, I don't mean the worst kind. I don't mean scat. Boy, this algorithm is. By the way, so looking all these up now, YouTube is going to think that I'm like really into diarrhea. I'm a big diarrhea guy here. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. That's like a whole nother category of stuff. But you know, that is a region. Let's be honest. Not everybody has the cleaning efficiency of, you know, the oil spill duck soap.
Food, which is in general vegetables or fruits, or drinking contaminated water.
Toriani is the
great times for salad B-roll, by the way. Certainly boom times for that. The Hill, a little off the TV news show. 12 hours ago, 2,696 views.
Officials are continuing to investigate the outbreak of cyclosporiasis in 34 states. The parasite can cause days 4 weeks of diarrhea and nausea.
No.
As of yesterday, the CDC confirmed more than 1,600 cases across the country, but they say they are aware of more than 5,000 cases.
But it might be because they're better at testing. That's what we're saying.
For the latest on the cyclosporiasis outbreak and what you need to know, we are joined by Dr. Florencia Segura,
Oh, yeah.
a Northern Virginia pediatrician.
She's been ready for this her whole life. Ready to just get on TV and make a big splash.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, Doc.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
What do people need to know? If people are out there consuming products, thinking about their children, what do they need to be thinking about?
I do both those things.
So number one, Cyclospora is a parasite. It's not a virus and it's not a worm.
Mhm.
Number two, this is not spread person to person.
It's not a bird. It's not a reptile. It's not a duck.
This is a foodborne illness, meaning you are, if you're exposed to contaminated fruits, vegetables, and
ass,
sometimes water, this is how you get this. And actually now we know from Michigan officials 2 days ago that the primary culprit is actually lettuce and mixed greens.
Okay, good. Yeah, all right. Bags of lettuce.
And number three, there is a treatment for it,
Oh,
which
good.
is very important, and we need to test for it. And four, the hallmark of this is watery, explosive diarrhea,
Yes.
along with all those other symptoms of nausea and fatigue and, dehydration and everything that comes in. That relapses.
It's extraordinarily unpleasant.
Yes.
If you are
Kind of like my podcast.
older or in an immunocompromised group, I guess it could be worse or take longer to recover from.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right, Carol. Osteoporosis and bone degradation and hip tightening. I'm big on hip mobility, guys, by the way. They of the older people makes diarrhea an even more challenging thing to overcome, unlike the youthful durability, what's the word? People in their 20s can bounce back from injuries much faster, including the injury of months of explosive watery diarrhea.
Absolutely. So the groups that we are most worried about are those immunocompromised, pregnant women, children, small children, older folks, and any individuals that have chronic medical conditions.
And hilarious Americans, of which I identify into that group. So I'm not just on YouTube. Chicago Tonight on PBS. What do you got?
Public health officials across the country are working to identify the cause of an outbreak of cyclosporiasis. The parasitic infection is hitting more than half the states in the U.S., including Illinois, harder than in previous years. The Illinois Department of Public Health says that as of today, they've identified over 200 probable cases of cyclosporiasis in the state. Joining us now with more on the outbreak and what you can do is Dr. Emily Landon, Executive Medical Director for Infection Prevention and Control at UChicago Medicine. Dr. Landon, welcome back to the program. I'd like to start off fairly simply just asking, what exactly is cyclosporiasis?
Well, Cyclosporia cayetanensis is actually
Cayetanensis. I like that she gave us the whole genus species. Is that the right? Good.
Parasite pathogen. It's a microscopic, and it is
Oh my God.
thrives in warm, wet.
It's the size of a dime. You can feel them scratching at your skin from the inside if you get it. God damn. So it's small. Parasite is one of those words that goes, ugh, but think of all the crap you're eating restaurant food over your life, and we've all had ingested funky fuck from people's hands, and there's no way you haven't.
Weather, which is exactly what we've been seeing all over the Midwest recently. And it often contaminates foods, especially produce that's grown in the ground, where it can come from animal feces or contamination from other water sources. And then those foods, when people ingest them, they can develop diarrhea that's pretty significant.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, what are the main
I guess if you think about it, the diarrhea is a sign of the system working, right? It's kind of like vomiting, but out your other mouth, out your bottom mouth.
Symptoms, and how severe can those symptoms be?
Very.
So I think
You'll
a lot
live
of
on the
people have been-
toilet. You'll be weeks on the toilet. You'll have to have a 5-gallon bucket with a spout at the bottom surgically attached to your ass in order to survive this. And it'll have Trump's face on it.
Hearing a lot of things on social media about explosive diarrhea.
Explosive.
And that's not wrong. There is a lot of watery diarrhea involved.
I want high pressure. I want to start one of those YouTube channels where they pressure wash decks, but I could do it with my butthole. That sounds awesome. I think I would love that. Those YouTube, the dude goes around and does like lawn care. Very
in
popular.
Cyclosporiasis, and patients can unfortunately continue to have those symptoms sort of off and on. We call it remitting and relapsing. So they come and go for upwards of almost 2 months without treatment.
Oh, shit.
Now, there aren't a lot of other major problems. There's some cramping, bloating, just abdominal discomfort.
Baby demons crawling out your rectum at the strike of noon when the moonlight hits the meadow glade in just the right way to awaken the spirits.
Sometimes people are a little nauseated, but most patients just have those symptoms, which are bad and disruptive to your life, but they're usually not life-threatening.
You can die from diarrhea. That is a bad way to go. I think that Gent would probably mean you also have something else, comorbid with the killer diarrhea that you might have. But it can, dehydration, right? Or just agony. I don't know.
People do get such bad diarrhea, especially if you have other medical problems, you're very young or very old, that might land you in the hospital getting fluids for dehydration.
Imagine going into medical debt because of your diarrhea. That's what this country will do to you. You'll become homeless because you had bad diarrhea. Great country.
But the vast majority of people will recover from this infection on their own.
You mentioned the potential sources of this parasite. How can people avoid contracting this infection?
Eat ice cream.
Yeah, what a tricky situation. So there are cases of cyclosporiasis every summer all over the country. And you can get it when you're traveling abroad in places where the weather is warm and wet and you eat produce. And it's also, there seems to be a much bigger than usual number of cases this year. Now, the CDC is reporting, and some state health departments are reporting, an outbreak that's probably all the cases are related, that is taking place in Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia, and Kentucky. That's what they've decided today. But there are excess cases in a lot of states. In total, I think there are more than 30 states reporting cases.
And everybody who listens to this podcast will get it within 7 days, by the way. So thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. WCPO 9. 11 hours ago, 702 views.
New this morning, the CDC says it has linked an outbreak of infections from that parasite that's creating that awful stomach bug in Michigan, Ohio,
I'd call it a rectum bug. Come on, buddy.
Kentucky, and West Virginia. They've linked them to a common source here this morning. More than 3,300 cases are being reported out of Michigan. That is a huge number. In Ohio, there are nearly 400 reported cases, 16 of which are right here in Hamilton County. Now, in Michigan, the officials say that lettuce and salads more than likely are behind this outbreak. They can't rule out other sources like berries, though, just yet. The symptoms mirror.
Indeed not. Indeed. The dingleberry something. There's a joke in there somewhere. So, what, as you know already, and I've been saying it, I didn't watch all these through, but I do kind of doubt that they get into the funding cuts that contributed to this, because that could be construed as political. That could be, but it should be mentioned that the government failed to at least notify people further ahead of time and to take interventionary measures. You might still get a small batch, might still get a tiny outbreak, but a little bit of diarrhea is better than a lot of diarrhea. Okay, words to live by. Very wise. Very common sense wisdom is what I'm saying. We all like less diarrhea. Unfortunately, we don't live in that world anymore. Let's hear a little more.
For those suffering from heat illness, which could be confusing with the heat we're experiencing, I spoke to State of Ohio Medical Director Dr. Bruce Vanderhoff, who says there is one distinct difference.
Dr. Hershey Squirt coming up next.
Between the two.
This is going to be
bow tie.
Diarrhea, maybe like food poisoning, but that just doesn't seem to want to go away.
Is there anything we can do to prevent it?
Washing all fresh fruits.
Shower with your groceries. I never stopped since COVID, so that's probably why I haven't gotten it.
Vegetables under running water.
Look at that shot. What a porno shot. It's lettuce in someone's hand being splashed. Looks like romaine. I don't know. Is that I don't know. There's different, but it's real slow motion-y. I'm going to mute it too, just so we can look at it. Slow motion. Wow, chicka, wow, wow. They're kind of shaking it. We got a high frame rate, slow. That's funny. Unmute.
Water, but under running water.
Okay.
And include in that, by the way, scrubbing things like melons.
There's slow motion. Someone with blue gloves rubbing a melon. That looks like to be watermelon.
Because we forget about that. You got to wash the outside of those before you go cutting into them.
That's the worst cutting job of a watermelon. What the absolute backup frame? Look at that. Well, I guess it's the tip of one of them fell off. Sometimes watermelon does kind of crumble apart. Never mind. It's just awkwardly held there with the knife, I guess. But that's okay. Yeah, it came up. Okay. I withdraw my earlier statement, Your Honor.
Into them.
Maybe I'm not just that smart, but the whole running water thing makes sense, because if not, they're just sitting in the parasites in the bowl.
I mean, yeah, you think about it. You should wash away the parasites. I guess we're so glad that we have this incredible resource here to keep people safe. Don't want to be sitting in parasites.
Yeah.
As they're showing Taco Bell. Taco Bell's apparently gotten some of it going on. But I'm not going to get no damn lettuce. I'm not going to get Chipotle burrito bowl, if I could even afford that anyway. I got some broccoli. Actually, I do have a cabbage that I'm going to microwave, but I'm microwaving my food. I'm microwaving my meals.
And this morning, federal and state officials are investigating whether Taco Bell could actually be the potential link between the recent outbreak.
Drop the chalupa, says the sign on this shot of the Taco Bell. Okay, well, good. That's fun. I'm sure Taco Bell's having a blast. And they're cackling over there at Del Taco and El Pollo Loco headquarters, where, of course, there's no risk of diarrhea, unlike Taco Bell / Pizza Hut combo restaurants. So there has been a little bit of reporting. I did find one that says it. Again, maybe some of those other ones are mentioning it, but it does seem to be a dearth of information or of reporting, at least on these sort of mainstream kind of local news outlets. The internet, of course, we love to point out the failures of the government, and this should be the kind of thing that everyone is upset about. This stuff is not that complicated to track and study. In other words, it is complicated, but it's fairly routine to just sort of have experts who are scientists. Doesn't have to be for-profit losers trying to make money. We have all kinds of things that need to be done for the human collective that don't have to involve some rich sociopath making a profit off of it. But we got to cut that down. It's too political. Okay, here we go. This is one of those mentions. We're almost done. We're almost done, guys. By the way, you can get off the toilet in a second.
Last July, cuts were made to the Foodborne Diseases Active Surveillance Network, or FoodNet. The federal program now only tracks 2 pathogens instead of 8. One of the pathogens no longer tracks Cyclospora, the parasite causing
we don't need to track the Cyclospora. I'm not even sure if it's his decision, but.
Is the lack of information on a possible source for the outbreak frustrating on a local level?
Well, I'm sure it's frustrating to folks who are sick, and frustrating to folks who wish they had more certainty about what to eat.
The Michigan Health Department is pointing to packaged lettuce or salad greens as the problem, but says other produce can't be ruled out.
How do they find those folks? There's these people in their kitchen.
Salad greens as
just normal. They're making dinner. It's a lady reaching into where do you? It's a little package of. But they had to send a camera person to these people's house and film them doing stuff in their kitchen. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard, I guess. You just walked around and asked people, "I'm from the news. Can we film you with some vegetables in your kitchen?" But look how quick it is on screen.
Problem, but said
they got a little rooster up on top of the fridge. Classic. I like it.
As other produce can't be.
He's washing broccoli or cucumber. I do wash my cucumbers. I know they make veggie soap, but I just use the oil spill duck soap that I have. Just rinse it real good. I don't like it when it has a weird feeling to it, and then just giving it and then I actually cut the most of the thing off.
Ruled out. Dr. William Nettleton with the Kalamazoo County Health and Human Services Department says there is oftentimes a 2-day to 2-week window between when someone gets sick to when they experience symptoms, making it harder for clinicians to narrow down where they got it from.
So it's really hard for someone to remember, hey, what did I have to eat 10 days ago?
That's a good point. That's why you should only eat fajita supremes from Applebee's.
So that's the first complication. Cyclospora is a parasite. So it's very difficult and really cannot culture or grow in the lab, and difficult.
Its IPO is expected to raise $400 billion by next week, and it's going to come out of your 401k.